When one door closes, another door opens, but we so often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door, that we do not see the ones which open for us. Sometimes we stare so long at a door that is closing that we see too late the one that is open. Before anything else, preparation is the key to success. Educate the masses, elevate their standard of intelligence, and you will certainly have a successful nation. America is a country of inventors, and the greatest of inventors are the newspaper men. My knowledge of electrical subjects was not acquired in a methodical manner but was picked up from such books as I could get hold of and from such experiments as I could make with my own hands. I would impress upon your minds the fact that if you want to do a man justice, you should believe what a man says himself rather than what people say he says. The nation that secures control of the air will ultimately control the world. Great discoveries and improvements invariably involve the cooperation of many minds. I may be given credit for having blazed the trail, but when I look at the subsequent developments I feel the credit is due to others rather than to myself. What this power is I cannot say, all I know is that it exists and it becomes available only when a man is in that state of mind in which he knows exactly what he wants and is fully determined not to quit until he finds it. A man's own judgment should be the final appeal in all that relates to himself. There are two critical points in every aerial flight: its beginning and its end. Washington has no place in which to carry out inventions. Neither the Army nor the Navy is of any protection, or very little protection against aerial raids. The most successful men in the end are those whose success is the result of steady accretion. I have discovered that my interest in my dear pupil, Mabel, has ripened into a far deeper feeling than that of mere friendship. In fact, I know that I have learned to love her very sincerely. Morse conquered his electrical difficulties although he was only a painter, and I don't intend to give in either till all is completed. The day will come when the man at the telephone will be able to see the distant person to whom he is speaking. Don't keep forever on the public road, going only where others have gone and following one after the other like a flock of sheep. Leave the beaten track occasionally and dive into the woods. Dumbness comes from the fact that a child is born deaf, and that it consequently never learns how to articulate, for it is by the medium of hearing that such instruction is acquired. The final result of our researches has widened the class of substances sensitive to light vibrations, until we can propound the fact of such sensitiveness being a general property of all matter. The only difference between success and failure is the ability to take action. The achievement of one goal should be the starting point of another. Concentrate all your thoughts upon the work in hand. The sun's rays do not burn until brought to a focus. One day every major city in America will have a telephone. You cannot force ideas. Successful ideas are the result of slow growth. Ideas do not reach perfection in a day, no matter how much study is put upon them. God has strewn our paths with wonders, and we certainly should not go through life with our eyes shut. Leave the beaten track behind occasionally and dive into the woods. Every time you do, you will be certain to find something you have never seen before. We are all too much inclined, I think, to walk through life with our eyes shut. There are things all around us and right at our very feet that we have never seen, because we have never really looked. I have traveled around the globe. I have seen the Canadian and American Rockies, the Andes, the Alps and the Highlands of Scotland, but for simple beauty, Cape Breton outrivals them all. It is the man who carefully advances step by step, who is bound to succeed in the greatest degree. What this power is, I cannot say. All I know is that it exists. Man is an animal which alone among the animals, refuses to be satisfied by the fulfillment of animal desires. There cannot be mental atrophy in any person who continues to observe, to remember what he observes, and to seek answers for his unceasing hows and whys about things. The telephone will be used to inform people that a telegram has been sent. With every door that closes, a new one opens. Observe, remember, and compare. I have always considered myself as an agnostic. One day there will be a telephone in every major city in the USA. Night is a more quiet time to work. It aids thought. The great advantage the telephone possesses over every other form of electrical apparatus consists in the fact that it requires no skill to operate the instrument. Don't keep forever on the public road, going only where others have gone. Leave the beaten track occasionally and dive into the woods. You'll be certain to find something you have never seen before. A man, as a general rule, owes very little to what he is born with. A man is what he makes of himself. Watson, if I can get a mechanism which will make a current of electricity vary in its intensity, as the air varies in density when a sound is passing through it, I can telegraph any sound, even the sound of speech. Leave the beaten track behind occasionally and dive into the woods. Every time you do, you'll be certain to find something you have never seen before. Concentrate all your thoughts on the task at hand. The sun's rays do not burn until brought to a focus. Wherever you may find the inventor, you may give him wealth or you may take from him all that he has, and he will go on inventing. He can no more help inventing than he can help thinking or breathing. Man is the result of slow growth, that is why he occupies the position he does in animal life. What does a pup amount to that has gained its growth in a few days or weeks, beside a man who only attains it in as many years? The inventor looks upon the world and is not contented with things as they are. He wants to improve whatever he sees. He wants to benefit the world. He is haunted by an idea. When one door closes, another opens, But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one that is opened for us.